OCS presents a guide to front load dumpsters. What type of service do you need? Regardless of whether you're a business with current dumpster service or a new business trying to determine what kind of waste service you need, this video will share some of the considerations our waste experts walk customers through. From equipment size selection to frequency of service, there are a range of decisions that can impact your overall cost. For most businesses, largely because waste services and the associated costs are not understood, waste service is often viewed as a necessary evil, which surely isn't the case with OCS. Working with the waste experts at OCS to develop a customized solid waste program and in some cases recycling program will ensure you not only have a thorough understanding of your business's waste stream and its related costs, but can also make informed decisions about adjusting service levels as your needs change. At OCS, we foster long-term relationships by educating customers up front and treating them fairly with transparent business and billing practices. Our goal is to have a customer for the life of their business, not just the term of contract. This video will review sizing, frequency, and pricing, as well as the benefits of choosing OCS waste. The first two questions when starting waste service will be what size dumpster do you need and how often do you want it dumped? Seems like an easy enough question, right? You'd be surprised by the number of businesses that really don't have any indication, but don't worry. With the waste experts at OCS, we can help you figure out what the best combination of dumpster size and frequency is for your business and adjust it accordingly. Many factors like population and location will affect the total volume of waste generated, and over time, needs change. For that reason, it is critical to monitor your waste. With OCS as your waste hauler, you can have peace of mind that we take pride in ongoing monitoring of your waste stream, because when your waste services are specifically customized to be as efficient as possible, both time and money is conserved. So let's talk a little more about dumpsters and what makes up the all-inclusive cost of service for you as a customer, and then we'll give you an insider's look into how we as a business calculate that cost. With OCS as your waste hauler, you will have a one all-inclusive guaranteed rate. This way your bill will be the same every month and you can budget accordingly. The only reason you would see it change would be in response to service needs. For example, if you needed a larger dumpster, say from a 4-yard to an 8-yard, your bill would go up, but only in response to equipment costs and volume of disposal. In the same vein, if you needed a smaller dumpster, maybe from a 6-yard to a 4-yard, you would see your bill go down. Basically, there are no extra variable fees that will impact your monthly bill. Other companies will charge environmental fees, fuel surcharges, container service fees, and admin fees. However, with OCS, you are free of any of those charges. If you're considering other haulers, make sure you specifically ask about the following fees because they aren't clearly stated up front. As an OCS customer, there are two things that will help you control your monthly bill, and that is appropriate sizing and frequency. As for sizing, there are essentially 4 choices: 8 yards, 6 yards, 4 yards, and 2 yards. To most people, a yard is difficult to visualize, so this should help. A 2-yard dumpster is the equivalent to 3 or 4 of the rollout carts you would typically have at your house. If you do the math, a 4-yard dumpster would then be equivalent to 6 or 8 carts, and so on and so forth. If you are finding your waste generated volume is more than you expected, the beauty with choosing OCS waste is that because we service our markets anywhere between 3 and 6 days a week, you can increase the frequency of dumping days, purchase a bigger dumpster, increase your number of containers, or all three. There are many ways to work the formula. Likewise, if you're noticing your dumpster isn't at capacity the day of servicing, call a waste expert to conduct an audit. That way, you can figure out which adjustments make most sense for your business to ensure that you have the most efficient waste service possible. Also, keep in mind that with OCS, there is never a fee to change your service frequency. Simply call into the office and either increase or decrease your service, and we will place it in the system that day. Now, just for your general knowledge, here's an insider's look into how we calculate our prices. You know by now the first component we take into consideration of your all-inclusive monthly rate is the cost of equipment and its maintenance. Our dumpsters are heavy and tough, fit for the role they play. However, steel isn't cheap. Part of your monthly bill is recouping the pricey investment of a dumpster. Next, what you're disposing of or taking to the landfill isn't something we set the rate for. Rather, the landfills issue what is called a gate rate, or how much they charge OCS by the ton to dispose of the waste we have collected. Typically, landfills, if they change their gate rates, do so in July. Therefore, if there's ever a significant enough change that we have to pass on to you, it'll happen around the same time every year. And don't worry, we'll give you an advance notice as soon as the landfill notifies us of any increase. That way you won't be surprised at any changes reflected in your bill. The third and final component is labor and transportation. The average front load truck costs over $250,000. Factor in a specially trained driver and the ever-changing diesel fuel prices, and we've got quite the balancing act on our hands. But as you will see in your unwavering guaranteed rate, we've got it figured out. Unless fuel makes a really drastic shift, we try not to have to come to our customers and request an increase. Some months it works out in our favor, others it is definitely in the customers, but overall we feel it balances out and everyone has skin in the game. OCS has been hauling waste for 30 years and we know our way around the industry. It's just as a business to a business, we think it's beneficial for you to know how we make our prices work, which goes back to us being as transparent as possible with our customers. We know and believe knowledge is power, so we feel it necessary to clue you in. In summary, the following three components are what compose your all-inclusive guaranteed rate: equipment costs, disposal, and finally, labor and transportation. Just keep in mind that disposal costs represent the largest part of the monthly fixed rate. It's directly proportionate to how much or little you dispose. When you start business with OCS, there will be a one-time delivery fee. This covers the labor and transportation cost of bringing the dumpster out to your place of business. Then, depending on the day you start your service, your first bill will show a prorated charge for that partial month and the first month. That's right, you only pay for what you receive, part of a month's service, only part of a bill. And one more thing, we also offer rental dumpster service. If you're in an area in North Carolina with a city dumpster service, more than likely OCS can help. In those areas, the city will service your dumpsters and charge you through your utility bill. But there's a catch. You must not only provide the dumpster, but also your desired service level. OCS can provide both the rental dumpster as well as advice on what your service level should be. As for cardboard, the city leaves that for you to do on your own, in which case OCS can provide you with both a dumpster and service. We hope you found this video useful in helping to understand the cost behind waste service as well as the equipment and service frequency options available. This video really only touches the tip of the iceberg, so if you'd like a customized waste service plan, call the OCS Waste Experts at 1-888-44-WASTE and schedule your appointment today. Don't forget, watch our supplemental video on how to enclose your dumpster as well as additional information on what can and can't be disposed of due to landfill laws. Go to either our Facebook page or our YouTube channel to see that video, as well as others we've made on residential recycling, roll-off containers, locking bars, and more. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate your watching.